Hey all, Russ here, RVerTV. Welcome. Check it out. We're on Highway 93. I'm back from all the summer travel. Yay. We're heading up to Vegas. 22 miles of Hoover Dam. I need to take the van into the dealer up here and get some service work done on it. Finally cooling down. At night it gets in the 60s here. During the day it can still crank up to about 90, close to 100. That's okay. Days are getting shorter too. This is the prettiest stretch of road right through here. It's the Willow Beach area. Just a massive canyon. Colorado River is way down below. It's just a pretty place to drive through. I'm actually going to have to spend the night up here. I got to leave the van later at the dealer. So I'm going to be camping right in Vegas, real close to them. They're actually in Henderson. But I got a little time to kill. I came up here early. I thought, hey, let's go check out Lake Mead, huh? Here we go. Across the bridge off to the right is the big Hoover Dam. See if there's any water left. Hey, I still see water. I thought we'd do a drive-through, spend a little time. My appointment isn't for about almost 6 hours before I can go in the dealer. And here you go. Welcome to Nevada. Well, I haven't been up here since the end of July. And it's, end of September. Time is flying. Goodness. But you know what they had when I was gone up here was a ton of rain. They had massive floods, monsoons, big storms. And it actually put some water back into Lake Mead. We're going to see how much. Here's our exit. This is the exit. This will take you to Hoover Dam, actually. Make a left down, go through that tunnel, take you up into Hoover Dam. Go straight here. It'll take us up to the lake entrance in Boulder City. Wow, look at the size of the tires on that thing. My goodness. Huge. There's the Hoover Dam Lodge. Once the weather cools down, I'm going to bring one of the e-bikes up and ride that railroad trail. Matter of fact, we'll stop. Find a map of that thing. Alright, this road to the right. This will take us into the entrance of Lake Mead. There's a parking area up here for that railroad trail. Let me find it. We'll get some info on it. Actually, it was a question I had submitted to me a couple months ago. Found it. Here's the parking area for the railroad trail. Look at that. There's mighty Lake Mead. I still see water. I see that pathway there. That's part of their bike trail. You can actually go clear down to, I think, Las Vegas Bay. Cut into Henderson. There's some maps over here. We're going to look. Look at the big semis trailers going in there. Full of rock. Bet they're working on the ramp maybe. In a boat. Okay, here it is. Historic Railroad Trail. Now this ends up behind that Hoover Dam Lodge. And then over here's another map. Oh wow, look at this. River Mountains Loop Trail. Look at that. You can bike or hike 31 miles. We were there, so you can go clear along the lake shore. Yep, up to Las Vegas Bay. Clear into Henderson and back around. That's a long trip. We're gonna have to do that once it cools down. I don't know if I'd want to ride a bike through Henderson. Oh, look at that, Boulder City. You could start in Boulder City and go up and back. That'd be the way to do it. There's the plan. Cool. I'm glad I stopped here. So there's the answer. The railroad trail just goes up behind Hoover Dam Lodge and over towards Hoover Dam. But then that other bike loop clear into Henderson. I didn't know that. That's a heck of a bike ride. There goes a boat. And I get asked this all the time. Here's my senior card. America the Beautiful senior card. I paid $80 for it. It'll get me in any national park. You get discounts on camping. Other things. I don't know how many times I've used it. It has paid for itself 20 times over at least. All you do is show it. You got to show your driver's license. And that's it. Because it's $25-30 to get in these places every single time. They probably got other passes if you're not a senior you can buy. I'm not sure. But even on boating, that gets expensive if you got to pay every time. All right, let me show my pass. We'll get on in here.
Okay, other side of the pass, please. Okay, thank you.
See, there you go. It pays to be old. There in Denny's, you can get the senior discount at Denny's, and you can get into National Park. Well, right here is Hemenway Boat Launch Marina. Let's check it out. Wait for this bike to cross. Oh, they got e-bikes. Look at that. Speaking of which, Tech Tuesday's starting up soon. I got 3 e-bikes to show, some battery systems, all kinds of good stuff every Tuesday. It's taken a while to get that going. Had to situate some products, but I'm starting to film that right now. So in October we'll start Tech Tuesday. And you'll still get all the regular videos 3 times a week. Okay, off to the right there, that's where you go over and to the boat tour that we took earlier this year. I'd like to go back out on that. I wish there was a different one that would take you a little farther. There might be. Gonna have to check into that. Now that the weather's calming down. This summer it was so darn hot here. There they got a boat cleaning station, so you can rinse off your boat after you take it out of the lake before you put it in. Off to the right's restrooms, little staging area. And here you go. It's a long ways down there. We measured it. It's close to a mile down here. Here's one of the signs. Give you an idea. This is where the water level was right here in 2000. Lake Mead Waterline 2000. Another big dump truck. He's full of gravel. They're doing something down here. I read online, if you go to the National Park Service website for Lake Mead, they say they're going to be putting in a big concrete ramp, so they're going to spend some big time dollars down here. They almost have to. I mean, this lake is getting choked off. Oh, here's another sign. Let's see which one this one is. Okay, 2002. Here's the water line. So it dropped that much in 2 years. Look at these signs here in the middle. So if you brought your boat in here and you were sitting here waiting, you have a 3-hour wait just to launch your boat. Then picking up your boat. I guess you got to get back in line again. Wow, I see excavator. There's another gravel truck. They got some big time stuff going here. Look at this. They just keep pumping money into this thing, but they have to. I mean, it's a major attraction, this lake. And all the boats, just the marinas. Fishing boats. Remember the crane? $10,000 boat launch. That guy launched that big cabin cruiser with a crane. We caught that day. Captain Paul craning his boat in there. But they did it. That was quite the production to get that big boat in there. If you get a chance, check out that video. Well, what do you say? We'll just walk down from here. Well, what a challenge. They even changed this parking lot here. A lot of this has changed. Look, the docks are up in the air. The water's up almost 4 feet. Look at that. The docks floated up. It's up 3 to 4 feet. If you go online, you can check the water levels of Lake Mead, Lake Powell, all of them. Well, just walk down, see the water. This is such a pretty area, even without the water. Looky there, Lake Mead waterline, 2018. I'd be under probably 60, 80, 100 feet of water standing here in the older days, 20 years ago. Well, I think in the last 2 years it's dropped 40 feet, something like that. There's the water line 2021, last year, right here, a year ago. And it's dropped that much. But they brought it back up 4 feet. Some of it was from the rains, and also they claim they're releasing more water out of Lake Powell. There's another disaster, Lake Powell. These guys really got their hands full. You know, all that rain and everything this summer, that's only temporary. That water's going to go away. But they are doing some serious construction here. That's all going to be concrete. That's some big bucks. Plus they got to extend it out in the water. That's quite a challenge. But they're doing it. Thank goodness. That should allow bigger boats. I think they got a 24-foot restriction. That's why that Captain Paul and the $10,000 boat launch, he had to use a crane. Look how they raised up the parking area. They got all kinds of stuff planned. They got rock here on the side. More of these concrete pads. They can move these things. They got hooks in them. They can pick them up, move them around. But they warn you, launch at your own risk. That's a 3-hour wait, 3 to 4 hour wait if you're backed up the ramp here was. 4-wheel drive, yeah. I know this summer some of them guys are really had to back in deep. Their exhaust pipes were way in the water. Water was almost going inside the cab of the truck to get it launched off the trailer. Well, this is a heck of a lot nicer than it was a couple months ago. Look, it's all compacted. They got compactors going. That excavator, it'll get out and dig down out here so they can get some slope out here, I guess. But definitely the water came back up. Look at that. We're farther away from that marina. A couple months ago, off the end of this dock here, you could throw a rock and hit that marina. Still pretty muddy. There you go. Here's the mighty Lake Mead. Oh yeah, they got water. That's shallow, but I mean, it was a lot worse. Ooh, the dock's floating. It's bouncing. Last time it was laying on the lake bed. Had no bounce in it. So it's up 3 feet. 3 to 4 feet. That's a big deal. Get your boat out of here. Those big cabin cruisers, they'd still have a hard time probably. Well, hopefully maybe end of October. There's our steel plating that they had down there before. So you can see that's how far it came up. That was the old plating. So that's pretty good. They gained back what, good 100 feet, a couple 100 feet shoreline. Cool. No fish. Well, maybe figure out a way to get out on the lake one of these days. Renting a boat's pretty expensive. Be fun to go out fishing out here. Something down there in the water. Well, cool. Good to see. New ramp going in. Water's up a little bit. Something positive here at Lake Mead, finally. Yay. Now we just gotta figure out a boat ride, huh? Big pile of those concrete pads. They can lay them things out like dominoes. They're grooved for traction and all that. But look at the amount of concrete. This is like an airport runway. I mean, huge. Absolutely huge amount of work, concrete, and effort. But thank goodness they're doing it. Well, cool. I still got some time to kill. Another question I had, why I didn't show it this summer, was the campgrounds. So let's go do a drive through some of the campgrounds. Maybe we'll run over Boulder Beach, see how that looks. Then I got to get the van into town, get it worked on. Journey continues. Talk soon.